Hi and welcome to my Amazon video review of this really cool clock-in, clock-out system. And it's a pyramid, simple and smart. So let me first of all show you how to do it. You take a time card and you feed it in like this, and then it marks your time on. So let me show this to you. So there are two different formats. This is the first one. March 4th, 11:46 p.m. I clocked in, and it is Wednesday. And then when I clock out, oh, and before, just so you have some warning, there's a buzzer, and it's going to buzz in a few minutes. Oh, let me turn it up. So I hope this is up all the way. As soon as it starts buzzing, then I'll turn it on. So then to clock out, you feed it through again, and you can see right here, I clocked in at 11:46, and then I clocked out at 11:47. So in this clock in, clock out, I had 1 minute, and then my total is 1 minute. And then the total will accumulate until you get down to the bottom of the pay period, and it'll be 40 hours or whatever. So there are two different options, and let me show you the two different options. This is the one that I am doing right now, is this option right here, which is the weekly option, and this is the one that I'll recommend, and I'll explain that why. And then this one is the... Okay, so it was on the loudest, and that's the beep. So it doesn't really beep too loud, so if you have people in the other room, it's not going to beep so loud that they'll hear it in the other room. But they actually sell a bunch of extensions to this so that you can have a ringer if you want to do that. But this by itself just emits the little beep, and you can, I think, program 50 different beeps throughout the day if you want to either annoy your employees or you have a lot of different things going on. Okay, so this one is the weekly. And I just clocked in and clocked out a whole bunch of different times, so that's why they're all Wednesday. And then this one is the monthly, and this is more compact. The weekly takes 2 lines each, and the monthly or the bi-weekly fits it all in one line. And I'll show you that in a little bit. So one of my questions was, what happens if you feed something that's all the way full, which you're usually not going to get them to be all the way full, but as soon as it runs out, then it just doesn't do anything when you feed it all the way through. And let me put this through. This is the other one that I'm using. And then it will keep track of up to 100 of these different cards at the same time. So I'm pretending that this is employee number 4 and this is employee number 5, and they both clocked in. And let me show you. Oh, then the other thing is the menu. So this key prevents it from being opened. So when it's locked, then you can't tamper with it. And then to open it, you put the key in, open it up, and then you can go in here to change the ribbon, which lasts about 6 months, or you can set the options. So to set all of the options, you press this button right here, select, and then it has the options: change the language from English to something else, change the date format, and then these are the time and the year. March 4th, daylight savings time, active, display formats AM PM, print formats AM PM, the hour is 11:50, and then the events are those little alarms that I showed you, and then set up pay. This is where you reset the pay period, which it automatically resets according to how you do that, and I'll show you that a little bit later. And then those are all of the different options. So let me give you the close-up of that. Oh, and then just to show you, So you're supposed to write your name and signature right here, and then these are all totals for Office. So I'm just going to. Oh, and then if you feed it backwards, or put the wrong thing in, then it doesn't print anything out. So you have to feed it the right way, otherwise it won't work. And so, as you can see, it kept track of this employee number 4, and we'll wait for this to say 11:52, so you can see that it individually keeps track of it. So there's a computer in here that keeps track of when people clock in and clock out, so that it does the totals. And this is really, really beneficial because it will add these up. So you don't have to at the end of the pay period add all that up, and time is especially annoying to add up. Okay, so now it's 11:52. So the computer in that recognized that this employee clocked in for 2 minutes, and then this employee clocked in for 3 minutes. And the way that it does that is on the bottom of these cards it has a unique code for each of these. So when it's scanning through, it first reads this code, then it does some calculations, then it prints this stuff out right here. So okay. So the reason that I recommend, and I was thinking that there would be some like button you press and then it prints off this thing that says the hours for all the employees, but it doesn't. It's only this. This is the only printout that happens. I think you can buy some extensions to hook it up to computers and stuff like that. But all this does is generate these pay sheets. And the nice thing about the pay sheets is that at the very end, like I said, it totals it all up. So this is 8 hours and 15 minutes. Usually they're going to be about 40 hours, or like 160 if you do it monthly, and then this one's only 19 minutes because I spent way too much time clocking in and clocking out and not enough time working. So the reason I recommend weekly is if you ever do overtime with your employees, then it's going to be a ton easier to just do these weekly things, because then at the end you can say, oh, is it over 40 hours or is it under 40 hours? And the calculation is really, really easy. It has a lot of different options like biweekly, semi-weekly. You can do basically any time, any pay period. So if your pay period's the 14th of the month and the second to the last day of the month, then it has all that in the options. And so it has a lot of the setups in here, and you have to read the manual to get all of that stuff. But I'm almost out of time, so let me show you the final thing that I wanted to show you. So if you want to, okay, so this setup pay. So I'm doing yes. It says, "Are you sure?" and then yes. And then I want to change this to monthly, or let's do monthly. And then now it's set up to monthly. And now if I feed these through again, then it's reset everything. So you can see that it's writing over the top of it. So you actually need new sheets. Oh, and here's one that I wrote a whole bunch over the top of it because I fed it through after I practiced it over and over again. But anyway, so let me give you a clean example. Okay, so that's the monthly. It only shows one thing for clocking in, and then for clocking out, then it does that, and then like that, and then it goes on and on and on and on until you fill that up. So I am out of time, but it's really cool. If you want a basic time clock that calculates stuff and saves you a lot of time, then this is awesome. And the only port is that internet port right there. And that's my Amazon video review. Thank you very much.